Sí. Un saludo especial para la gente hermosa de Canadá.
Muchas gracias.
Desde Cali, Colombia. Allá está haciendo frío, aquí no. A toda la gente beautiful de Canadá. You people, I love you forever. Hey, you're from Colombia. Hey, bye bye.
Buenas empanadas, damas y caballeros. ¿Cómo estás? In behind me is the iconic cathedral of Barichara here in the department of Santander, Colombia. But my goal isn't to show you around Barichara. Again, I've already done that a couple times. My goal today is to walk the old ancient route from Barichara to Guane, which is a tiny little town. It's going to be approximately 2 hours walk. On Google it says that it's 6 kilometers and it says that it only takes an hour and 11 minutes, but to the best of my recollection, that's not accurate. I did this several years ago actually, and I seem to recall that it took more like 2.5 hours, but that's going at a pretty slow pace. Just showing you some of the very colorful buses and transportation that you can take to do tours of Barichara, but I'm going to get to it, and I'm going to show you how to find the old route, the El Camino, to Guane, and then we'll get to it. And then I'm going to have lunch in Guane, show you around Guane. Pretty small town, so it's not going to take too long, but that's the plan. So let's check it out. Vamos. So I'm being told that this is a special concoction that they make here in Barichara. I just bought some water. Y las ingredientes otra vez es leche
de cabra, azúcar,
sugar,
huevo,
milk, eggs, huevos,
licor.
Licor, ¿qué tipo de licor?
Depende, hay unos que llevan aguardiente, hay
okay.
otros que llevan whisky, hay otros que llevan brandy.
Ok.
Depende, cada sabor lleva un licor diferente.
Ok. Y estoy curioso, ¿cuánto es por una botella?
Esta botellita vale 22, trae 375 mililitros.
Bueno,
Sí,
muchas
señor.
gracias.
Hasta
Hasta luego. So she said that it was 22,000, which is, I don't know, I wouldn't be paying that, but I don't drink, so, but it did have different liquors. Aguardiente is kind of the national popular drink of Colombia, and she said whiskey and other things, so it's got alcohol in it, but sounds very sweet, so I'll be passing, but just in case you're interested. As mentioned, it's been a while since I've done this trail, so I can't remember exactly where it starts, but I know it's somewhere up that way by the canyon. So there's the cathedral, there's the Parque Principal. So I'm going to start off by walking up this way right here. I should probably be going that way right there, but no particular reason. We'll go up the hill first. And I think that's where there's a bunch of vendors, and I'll get some directions from there. So after walking about 3 blocks, I asked a couple guys who were doing some painting which direction. The first guy was telling me straight, the other guy's telling me this way, so I'm going to go this way. As you can see, it's an older road, and it's taking me right to the edge of the canyon. So either way, we're very close. Now, one part of the equation I didn't mention earlier is that after I've done all I can do in Guane, I will catch a bus back. As best as I recall, the walk to Guane is mostly downhill, and so it just makes sense to avoid having to walk the whole way uphill, hence the bus, which I think are fairly regular. So that might be it right there. Let's go see, I should say. And in fact, it is. So let me just read what it says here. You're about to travel one of the most emblematic stages of the Santander ancestral paths, Barichara to Guane. You will leave Barichara, a village declared as National Monument in 1977, to go into the heart of the Suarez Canyon and join a paved path lined with low stone walls, symbol of architectural traditions now forgotten. Once you arrive at your destination, do not miss the visit to the archaeological and paleontological Paleontological Museum of Guane, which I don't think I did that last time, which offers a real journey into the history of the territory and the Guane civilization with the exhibition of numerous fossils and objects. This is an easy hike, ideal for families. Next step, Guane to La Fuente, 13.8 kilometers. I guess that would be the next town if I wanted to go even further, which I will not be doing. A couple little photos along the way. So I'm looking forward to this. I need nature mode and less people. Caminos de Yenguerque, stone paths among native vegetation, are the scene that displays the work of German settler Giovanni Lengerke. I don't know if that's Lengerke or Lengerke. In the 19th century, this leader of expeditions determined the birth of engineering and architecture in this area of the provincial department of Santander. Every day, hundreds of tourists and locals walk these paths, visible in several parts of the municipality. They are considered an attraction that is an important part of Santander's history. Here's the Spanish if you want to pause and have a look at that. And in case you have an emergency, maybe a heart attack or heat stroke or something like that, there's a couple numbers. And there we go, Camino Real Barichara to Guane. Let's get moving. So obviously I'm not going to show you the entire route, or route as some of you may pronounce it, but I'll just show you some nice spots along the way. But this is basically what you can expect. Rather bumpy stone path, and it's going to get rough in some areas, so you can expect that too. Little shrine here. I just wanted to do an official time check. It's 10:45, so I'll check in once I get to Guane with an official time estimate. Just a couple minutes into the walk, and this is the view of the canyon that you'll see. Over there is the road that the bus will come back on. But what I want to mention is that it's been really hotter and drier than normal here in at least some areas of Colombia. And so there are some forest fires burning, hence why it's rather smoky looking over in the distance. But another problem is that it's been drier than usual, making for a water shortage. And so Barichara and some of the neighboring towns are having an issue with this water shortage. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, because the summer is just really getting started. but it's definitely been warmer in Sand Hill than I recall in the past. My first suggestion will be that you start this walk as early as you can. Right now, because it's before noon, I'm enjoying some shade, but by the time that 12 rolls around, the sun's basically going to be directly overhead and there won't be near as much shade. So yeah, definitely get started early if you can. Just in case it comes as a bit of a surprise that you hit the main road, you will be crossing the road, where the trail will of course continue on. Now, I can't remember if there were other road crossings, but I did recall at least there being one. As you can now see, 10 minutes later down the walk, I'm in the full sun, so definitely do what you think is best. Personally, I do not like to put toxic ingredients on my skin, such as suntan lotion, and so I choose to cover up. This is the old ancient wall, or whatever you want to call it, fence that was built. I'm still not quite clear why they went through so much of an effort to build this wall for such a long distance, but whatever the case, this is it. And I'll mention that I brought these right here are called mangas. You can get them in a lot of different stores, so I'd highly recommend that you get mangas. And I forget the name of this thing here, but it's also very handy at saving your skin from getting crispied. It sounds something like kombucha. That's how I used to remember it. Now I can't think of it. So I think that it was about this point here, during my last trip to Guane, where I totally forgot to bring water and my mouth was getting super dry. And then I spotted this place here, and I just went up to the people and asked if they had any water. Yeah, this is the place, and I think this is the place where you can stay. Actually, I think those are little tiny cabins up there. Anyhow, the guy went and brought me a nice sized bottle of water and handed it to me and said, "It's yours, no charge." So these kinds of things do happen in Colombia. There's some really super nice people, as I've said in so many other videos. And here we come to another road crossing. Looks like they've been doing some repaving here. A little bit of a hill though. Things to drink, jugos naturales, that's natural juices, cerveza beer, and other things. Servicio de baño, you can use the bathroom for 35 cents. Coffee con leche, milk, and other little basic things. Well, that's handy. Restaurant y fruteria. So maybe that means that they even have food too. This is what you look for. Oh, there, they even have it in English, so they're clever. What I was going to mention is, if you have any thoughts on why would they go through all the effort to build those stone walls, let me know in the comments section. Because these old stone walls go on and on and on, in certain areas of Colombia at least. Like this. And my best guess is that obviously this was the old route from Barichara to Guane, and this was the road back in the day. So my best guess. I'll have to try and remember to ask somebody in Guane. But my best guess is that maybe it's just to contain the animals, their horses and cows, so that they don't stray off the path and end up falling over a cliff. What do you think of that idea? This scene here in particular definitely shows how dry it is. This area in general is kind of dry, which in all honesty isn't really my thing. I mean, it's not like the Sahara Desert or anything, but the trees are a lot smaller in this area, and you see cactus growing. And in case you're wondering, the temperature is probably at this moment at least 30 Celsius. Could be even 32 or 33. And it's supposed to be 33 in Sand Hill today, so could be even a little bit warmer here. The group I just passed were Colombians, at least I presume they were. You can notice the path is a little bit different along here. It seems to be like the rocks are more embedded in dirt. A little smoother. Something is going to be built here, and I don't know if it's an indicator or not, but that where all that black tarp is right there in the middle, that's either going to be a large swimming pool, or who knows, maybe a pool for raising fish. But of course you can't help but to notice how orange the dirt is here, which is quite common in certain areas of Colombia. So I must be at least 2/3 of the way to Guane by now, according to my inner odometer. I think I have my first glimpse of Guane down there, which means when I said that I thought I was 2/3 of the way, it was more like about 7/8, if not even more. But I'm going to presume that's the town down there. Might be a tad hard to see, but there's a house right there. I'll zoom in a little bit. But surely nobody lives in that tiny, very old looking home. You never know though. This little sign here is a little confusing because it's a Y shape and it says Barichara to the left, which would be this way, but this is clearly a hard right. But I'm pretty sure this is the starting point of Guane. I guess they more mean once you get to the main road down here that you need to take a left if you want to go back to Barichara. Hello doggo. Are you friendly? At least you're not barking. Obviously somebody lives in there. Okay, which way do I want to go? I think I want to go this way. Trying to spot where the cathedral is. Right in the middle of the screen is the very, very old looking cathedral. So I'm heading the right way one way or another. Now the next question is, are all these homes down here, are these new or old? Maybe this person here will tell me. Buenos días. Bien, gracias. ¿Las casas son nuevos o antiguas?
Antiguas.
¿Sí? ¿Todo?
Sí.
Ah, bueno, gracias. So they are in fact old. But I guess they're doing a very good job of keeping them, well, can't say so much for the outside here, but the other ones are kind of, this one here is all nice, freshly whitewashed. Let's just keep the camera rolling here. I think I just encountered the only inhabitant of Guane. very friendly. Okay, here's another example of a house that has seen better days. Looks like it's made out of, I think, mud and maybe cow poop, I don't know, some rock, but that didn't fare too well. Somebody's got a little satellite dish up there. There's artesanias. So that's what you're probably going to see a fair amount of downtown, is artisans selling their wares, which is, as I know from experience, not an easy way to make a living. Usually there's too many of them all selling the same thing. What do we have here? Don Juan de Dios de Guane. Oh, it's a hotel. Let's head towards the cathedral, which I think is going to be the main center point of Guane. But it's obviously very, very clean here. Nicia Custodia Hotel Boutique. Let's have a quick look. Oh, doggy, very comfortable. As you can see, they have a very nice inner courtyard here. Maybe a place to have lunch a little later. Enjoy your day. Back out into the hot sun. Buenos días. Into the shade. Okay, here's another artisan's place. I think we are at El Parque Principal. Yes, we are. What's that? Oh, it's ice cream treats. Artisans. Take a wander there a bit. Here we are. Fortunately, the sun is right behind it, so I'll have to get a different angle. And fortunately, the doors are open, so let's have a walk inside. I think these are probably bags of Christmas decorations that we'll just take down. Okay, so right away, I can tell from the many churches I've been in, cathedrals, that this is one of the oldest, if not the oldest one I've been in. It is not fancy. Yes, they're putting away the Christmas decorations. Christmas is done. Very old. I'll have to try and find out exactly how old the town is and the cathedral. The gold doors. This is where the giants lived. Might be a storage room. Very interesting. I'm going to guess that this church is probably a good 300 years old, though, or more. your place over here. Buenas. Gracias. El año de construcción es que
1786. 1786. Terminada la construcción
ok.
del templo.
Bueno, gracias.
Sí. ¿De dónde viene?
Soy de Canadá.
De Canadá.
Sí,
Bienvenido.
pero en Colombia por 4 meses.
Viene. Bien. ¿Cuánto lleva?
En noviembre.
¿Hasta noviembre?
Sí.
En noviembre del año pasado o en noviembre para este año. ¿Del año pasado? ¿Cuándo llegó?
En Colombia.
Ajá.
11 de noviembre.
De noviembre.
Sí.
Bien. ¿Cómo le ha parecido?
Me encanta
Sí,
Colombia.
le encanta.
Yo he estado aquí muchas veces.
Bueno. Me alegra mucho.
¿Tú eres de Guane o
Cerca
cerca?
de acá de Guane. Pero estoy trabajando acá este año.
Ok.
Sí,
Bueno,
señor.
Gracias.
Sí, bienvenido siempre.
Muchas gracias. ¿Dónde está el museo?
Chao, Dios los bendiga, que estén bien. El museo, donde está la torre blanca de reloj, al lado, por ahí dice museo arqueológico, ahí dice museo.
Ok.
Ahí está.
Muy amable,
Pues,
gracias.
Dios los bendiga, que esté bien.
I love the creaky floors. Smack dab in the middle of the Parque Principal, and it's not a fancy one, that's for sure. It's nice, you benches, but I think they could stand to have some more trees by these benches because it's pretty warm. Probably about a good 33 Celsius right now. This is one of the side roads. Hola. It says a restaurant is down here somewhere, but is this it here? Yep. Oh, this is charcoal and crystals. Next. Hola. Surely they see lots of foreigners here. It can't be too shocking. Now, while I think of it, it took me basically an hour and a half to get here. So that's not too bad. Not too much over the estimate on Google. Ooh, this place looks really old. It's hard to get a good shot of it when it's half in the shadows here. Somebody's home or what? I wouldn't think so with a door like that. see things start to kind of look the same in these whitewashed towns. There's a old dusty looking relic of a truck. This one's not in that great a shape, but it looks like it's still running. Now, what is this place here? Let's take a wander down here. Maybe there's a main door. I'm presuming that somewhere over this way is going to be a decent view. No, still no. Do I hear people in there though? I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery place. And this is not a bad view right here. The canyon by Guane, in my opinion, is nicer than it is by Barichara. But the sun is beating down. It's warm. Looks pretty cool down through here. Let me hold the camera still. I will zoom in. I can tell you that somewhere over there is the road that I was on that went from El Socorro to what the heck's it called? Definitely a better unobstructed view here. I think right behind me is a little restaurant. This doesn't scream Colombia, I don't know what does. Tour bus. Gracias. Later though. So here's the museum. Now the question is it open? It says it's open until 12:30. It's not 12:30 yet, but it looks like it's closed. Oh, okay. Welcome to the Guane Museum. Please wait. Guided tour time 20 minutes. Please do not take pictures inside the museum. Well, I guess that means I can't take video either, so I don't know if I'm going to even bother. Here's some, I presume, some relics. Well, I have to think about this one. Getting a little hungry. Buenas. Estoy bien por el momento, gracias. This is a restaurant here. Is this restaurant Torre? I don't see a name. I'll keep looking for a little more. I was told that there's a restaurant El Torre. Artisans. Transporte. Little corner store with ice creams. Okay. I'm going to guess that was the restaurant there. Didn't look like a whole lot was going on at the moment, but it's still not even noon yet. Tienda. Okay, I've already been by all this before. Restaurante Chinantoca. But the door's not open. Buenas. ¿Tiene almuerzos corrientes?
Sí, tenemos con carne, con lomo de cerdo, cositas de cerdo, pollo.
¿Tiene carne sudada?
No, todo es asado a la brasa.
Ok. Voy a pensar.
Vale.
Gracias. Alright, this is the place for food. Here's standard lunch. I got cerdo, pork, and soup, and the juice is coming. Okay, damas y caballeros, I'm going to wrap this video up here from Guane. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And remember, there's no you in Colombia, but hopefully you can come visit this beautiful country someday. Until next time, hasta las tacos.